Alrighty guys, we're back for some goblins, and this is a Phyrexia all will be one standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the deck? We got Cacophony Scamp. This is a 1 mana 1/1 Phyrexian Goblin Warrior. Whenever Cacophony Scamp deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, proliferate. And when you proliferate, you get to choose any number of permanents and or players, then give each another counter of each kind already there. And then whenever Cacophony Scamp dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target, which is a pretty good ability, guys. I have a single Churning Reservoir here. This is a 1 mana artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on another target non-token artifact or creature you control. And then for 2 mana, you can tap it, create a 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature token, activate only if an oil counter was removed from a permanent you controlled this turn, or a permanent with an oil counter on it was put into the graveyard this turn. Now there's a small artifact theme going on in here, so this could be pretty important. We have 4 Experimental Synthesizers, a powerful 1-drop artifact that helps us see stuff off the top of our deck. Got 4 Exuberant Fuselings. This is a 1 mana 0/1 with trample, and it gets +1/+0 for each oil counter on it. Nice. When Exuberant Fuseling enters the battlefield, and whenever another creature or artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put an oil counter on Exuberant Fuseling. Pretty cool, guys. I like this one. Got 4 Gleeful Demolitions. This is a 1 mana sorcery. Destroy target artifact. If you controlled that artifact, create 3 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature tokens. So that's why we have the small artifact theme in here. We want to be able to target our own artifacts and go wide with some goblins, which sounds awesome. Got 4 Commando Faces Kakkazan, of course. We got 4 Voldaren Epicures for the blood tokens in here. Of course, hitting the blood tokens with the demolition is pretty powerful. That's kind of ideal, huh? Got 4 Voltage Surge. Hopefully this doesn't get in the way of like actually hitting the artifacts with the demolition, like if we have to do the 4 damage, you know, but I think it'll be worth having a 4 of in here. Got a single Gilded Pinions. This is a 2 mana equipment, and when it enters the battlefield, you create a treasure token. So you get 2 artifacts for just the 1 card. That equipped creature has flying, and the equip cost is 2, so it'll be interesting to see if this is actually going to be decent in here. We have 4 Rundvelt Hordemasters finding a little bit of a home here finally, since we got so many new goblin cards. 2 mana 1/1 other goblins you control get +1/+1, and then whenever Rundvelt Hordemaster or another goblin you control dies, exile the top card of your library. If it's a goblin creature card, you may cast that card until the end of your next turn. Pretty powerful goblin, guys. Got a single Goro-Goro. Haste could come in handy, huh? On the top end of the build, we have a single Ambitious Assault. This is a 3 mana instant. Creatures you control get +2/+0. Until end of turn, if you control a modified creature, draw a card. Not half bad if you're going wide. Got a couple Squees helping us go wide with those goblins, huh? Then we got 3 Chandras in here. There's so many 1-drops that top ability on Chandra is just excellent. On turn 3, you can drop the Chandra, immediately plus it, and then drop like your Cacophony Scamp, for example. So pretty good. 19 land total, and hopefully we don't end up flooding out at all. I think 19 land is probably where we want it though. Single Crucible of Defiance in that mana base, and a single honorable mention over here as well. Mishra's Onslaught could be an option over the Ambitious Assault. If you guys saw the 5 mono red decks that I put together last week, Mishra's Onslaught was actually the card that was in the list initially, but I do think that 4 mana is a little steep for this deck, even though this can create artifacts, artifact creatures, right, that you can use for the Voltage Surge and the Demolition. I think the Ambitious Assault is probably going to be a little better, so. Okay, that's the list. A super simple one to start off our Phyrexia all will be one standard career, huh? Let's go ahead and take it over into some ranked and see how we do. All right, we can, oh, yes we do. I didn't even get a chance to say it. Let's go. I was a little concerned, right? Because sometimes whenever the first day a set releases, sometimes you can't find any matches, or the game breaks, I guess, would be a better way of saying it. Ooh, one mountain. Lots of stuff to play. 3 of our 3 mana cards, though. Do we try this? Oh, man. Oh, man, I feel like it's a mulligan, but at the same time, what else do we really want? A couple turns of 1-drops is pretty great. Alright, let's give it a shot. We have land to draw. Not a ton of land to draw, but we could see some. Experimental Synthesizer is actually probably the play here, huh? That way we can go Gleeful Demolition. Aw, Cacophony Scamp got exiled. Tenacious Underdog. Okay, Mountain's good. Mountain's good. Anyways, Gleeful Demolition. Get our 3. And see if we can hit another 1-drop? Or do we wait now? Let's wait now. Because this, with Churning Reservoir, being able to buff the Fuseling every turn with that is pretty good. The original concept was we'll search for our land off the Gleeful Demolition next turn. Okay, we got some mono black on the opponent's side of the board here. And we'll give the Fuseling an oil counter. Pretty cool. Experimental Synthesizer. Alright. Let's see what we hit off of the synthesizer here. Get some goblins. Rundvelt. Oh no! Rundvelt, wait! Stay over there for a second. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, guys. If only we had 1 more mana. Oh, there it is! Oh, we had to use the other... Sorry. I'm sorry. I got so excited. I was like, yeah, we got the extra mana. Poor Rundvelt. That would have been so cool. Yeah, the biggest issue with the synthesizer is actually having the mana to play the cards out. You know what? I'm just going to take the 6. We know how brutal mono black could be. They could go right into Shieldred this turn. Or the brand spanking new Obliterator could hit the board. It's going to be a Concealing Curtains, maybe activation. No, Sleeper going wide. Reckoner Raid. Oh, we're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. It's awesome to see Reckoner Raid seeing a lot more play recently, these last couple weeks or so. See, like the Fuseling off the top, off of the synthesizer would have been so much better. Ah, man. Because then if we could have drawn this Hordemaster, what a cool board state we could have had. Alright, let's get Chandra down. We're in some serious trouble here, guys. Serious trouble. Block with the sleepers, bad. Everything's bad. We probably want to play the other Fuseling before combat. And we're at 10. We're gonna go down to 9 from the Reckoner Raid. So here's what I'm thinking. We'll keep some chump blockers back. They probably end up blocking here. Okay, well, we'll keep them all back. Let's just swing with the Fuseling. It has trample. If they... Yeah, they block with the Sleeper, which isn't like a bad trade for us. It's a 1-mana card for a 1-mana card. They choose to take 1 less damage from the trample. And the extra oil counter is why we played this Fuseling before combat. Okay, wow. Oh, man. These synthesizers, man, every time I play with them, maybe I get too greedy with the synthesizers or something. Oh, we drew another Squee. Nice. Yeah, maybe I need to slow down with the synthesizer plays and wait until we have a little bit more mana, but they actually end up holding back there, which is pretty intense, guys. We don't have enough to bring the Squee back from the grave. Exile 4 other cards, so we only have 3. The other Squee can drop. We could just look for... Ah, man. I guess, yeah. Let's look for a Rundvelt. It's a mountain, okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Keep those. This is about to flip. Squeeze probably the play while we have the open mana. There's no great swings here until we can buff this wide board state, which is another reason to be searching with the Chandra. I don't know, man. Opponent has 5 mana over there. Invoke Despair. We're gonna lose Chandra. Obviously, we get rid of one of the 1/1 goblins. Down to 7. Revealing Eye does have Menace. A double block from us would be, yeah, pretty bad. And the opponent knows that. Woo! Alright, let's take it. Let's take it. I think we're in trouble either way here. Just a really kind of janky plays on my part, losing some very important cards with the Synthesizer, for example. Okay, Cacophony Scamp. This has Menace too. Road Captain does. I don't know if I see a way through here, guys. We're gonna go Chandra. We're gonna go plus. We're gonna get that Scamp on the board. Just no great swings. Like, we could swing with the Fuseling, maybe get the 4 through. But then we need so many double blocks for these, and we're chilling at 4. So we kind of just have to say no attacks, I think. Because they could go Invoke Despair number 2. Proving Ground chilling in here, probably for the cycling, right? Blitz at the underdog, planning on a full swing. Yep, I think that'll do it. So we will... And what on earth do we even want to do here? They can triple block the, or they can triple buff the Misery Shadow, so we want to chump that. We need to double block. It's so janky, but if we do the extra damage from the Scamp, we can take out the Eye. Taking 2 over there. We can trade here. To block here. Oh, no. Are we dead? I think we're dead. We're taking 5 no matter what. Did I block that correctly? Drop the GGs? It's the Menaces that gets it, right? And of course the Blitzed Underdog, but... Yeah, I don't think there is a better way to block there. Let me know if I missed it down in the comments. Oh man, Mono Black swooping on in for the first victory of the new set. I can't say I'm too surprised, but I think that could have gone either way, huh? I don't know, guys. The cards in my deck, I don't know if you want to blame the deck just yet. Blame my experimental plays there. My experimental synthesizer plays. Exiling stuff that we really, really did not want exiled. Then again, if Hordemaster was on the board, Mono Black has a ton of removal, so they might have just had spot removal in hand and just not cared about removing any of our cards because they had great... Ooh, good hand. Much better hand than the first one. Wow, I don't even know where to start. Let's go Kumano, and then get Cacophony Scamp down. Next turn first, and then maybe Fuseling right away, or Epicure wouldn't be bad. Get a blood token going. Harvester. Hey, new land, let's go. Okay. Another Fuseling. Let's get that Scamp down. Pretty good. Gonna flip next turn. Alright, I'm gonna get Fuseling down over the Epicure. It's not like we have anything to use the blood token with right now. Xander's Lounge. So it might just be Grixis running a new... They're gonna Harvester the Scamp too. It's going full... Oh, they just have another cut down. I mean, that works for us. So they could have saved a cut down in hand by using the Harvester ability on the Scamp instead. So yeah, that definitely worked out for us. Let's get the Goro-Goro down this turn. Get that ready and situated. In case we need to give some 1/1s haste at some point. Like next turn we could. Corpse Appraiser. Actually, the... Yeah, that's still... Okay. Yeah, that still ended up working out in our favor. Okay. Voltage Surge is good. We could take out the Corpse Appraiser, play Epicure, Voltage Surge. We don't have an answer for Shieldred, and like, we're playing pretty slow here. I think we want to take out the Corpse Appraiser, though. How do you guys feel about that? I think that's something we want to do. And we'll get rid of the blood token for that. And then swing for 4. I'm okay not seeing a 3rd mana, right? We only have 19 land in here. And pretty much we can do so much throughout every turn with just 2 mana on the board, so... It is nice to see, though, huh? Now we have the option for Squee, and it's a pretty good swing. Block with Harvester. Excuse me. Let's actually keep the Epicure back, so that way... Oh, make disappear. Crap. I might have wanted to go Fuseling, give it haste. Oh, okay, good. I mean, that's... Okay, go for the throw, okay. That's fine, too. So trade here. Either way, they could tap Harvester next turn. So we don't want them to block Epicure, tap Harvester, get rid of Goro-Goro next turn. We'd rather have a trade, I guess. Either way, a trade could happen. So let's swing with these. See, like, that's not bad. We get to keep the Goro-Goro then for potential haste. Man, it's too bad we can't play 8 of the Rundvelts in the deck, huh? Another land. Not bad. We can eventually bring the Squee back. We're pretty close, honestly. Could also use the Synthesizer's ability if we wanted to. We're just going to go... Let's see what we see off the Synthesizer. Let's see what we see on top, which I should have done before playing the land, by the way. Kind of didn't think about that. Get the Scamp down. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Yeah, they want to use their spot removal on the Goro-Goro before I give these haste. But I'm still going to try to run it all down. Oop. Oop. Ah! No! Okay, we can do it at instant speed. That's good news. Ah, jeez. Swing for 3. Oh, actually, we get that extra oil counter because a creature died too. Nice. Sacrifice it to proliferate. And then we get to do another one. Let's go no. I think we want to be nice and wide here in case they do find their Shieldred. We got to be able to swing by it. The Corpse Appraiser's rough, getting rid of our Squee option. We do still have the Synthesizer's ability next turn if we need it. Find another mana. Kumano's great. Kumano's excellent. Might have to full swing here. We just don't know what's in their hand, and they can still go blood token, try to find removal. Alright, let's swing, let's swing. So that's 2 damage going through. We have Kumano, and then we sacrifice Scamp to deal 1 more. Take action. Deal 1 damage. And if it's a make disappear, we're safe. Come on, Kumano, let's go, guys. Let's go, taking Grixis out of here. Now, they didn't see their Shieldred, to be fair. But we were still able to do a thing there, which was awesome. I'm very pleased with that. Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and get into the next one here. Now, I'm trying to think, like, is there any potential, like, ways to play these out better? I know that first match for sure. Just me, like, slamming those experimental synthesizers down without, and destroying them too, without worrying about how much mana I had on the board. Like, I could have definitely played that first one out better, but... See, we got the Rundvelt in hand now. Okay. Okay, Ambitious Assault's good. Alright, let's give this a shot. Might just go... We might skip the Kumano here. Now we should get Kumano. A 2-2 Hordemaster is probably better than a 1-1, right? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It still dies to, like, any amount of burn. Gleeful Demolition. That's good. That's really good. What we can do is go Scamp, Epicure, have the Demolition available for next turn. Excuse me. Let's go Scamp. You have an island, so it's probably consider. Nice. Also could have been an open Fading Hope. Alright, let's get as much down as possible, and now we have to anticipate a counter for the Hordemaster next turn, so if we... Mana flips too, that's good. Squee. I really, really don't want the Hordemaster to get countered, guys. Gleeful Demolition is available. I'd rather this get countered. Right? Is that right? Not necessarily, because, well, yeah, because we still have a go wide strategy with Squee if we can get that onto the board. Alright, let's start with the swing. See if they end up using any of their mana. Gonna take 5 here. And we do not want to do that, decline. It's a tough decision for me, guys, because, yeah, the Gleeful Demolition... Okay, yeah, I'll do it, I'll do it. See what they end up doing here. We know Mono Blue's been just running negates, and I've been seeing a lot more Spell Pierce, too. It's going to be a Make Disappear. Like I said, which one did we rather get countered there? I think the Gleeful Demolition. I think. I don't know, it's a tough decision. Because, yeah, going wide against Mono Blue is really, really good. So being able to get, like, 3 1-1s on the board would have been excellent. Especially when we have, like, the Ambitious Assault, too. So if we went Hordemaster that turn... Oh, wow. They just play out the Djinn. Voltage Surge would be a good draw. Uh-oh, another one of our 3 drops, guys. Well, the Hordemaster will hit the board. That's good news. The bad news is, yeah, this is a lot of our 3 drops. Hordemaster on the board. Scamp trades with the Djinn, so they might just let the Scamp go through. Would be pretty good for us, honestly. Till the end of our next turn. If they block Etching, take 4, down to 9, we could ditch the Scamp, do another 3 down to 6. That wouldn't be worth it. There's a problem, guys. There's a problem. The Haughty Djinn. We have no guaranteed play next turn. I think we attack. Oh no. Oh no. What do we do? Oh, they go for the Scamp trade. Oh. I mean, I'll take it. That's not bad. That's not bad. Get the Djinn out of here, huh? And we did not hit a Goblin with the Hordemaster, but that's okay. Maybe we can find a Mountain and then go Squee, and that's just really good when Hordemaster's on the board. Voltage Surge, see, that would have been good last turn, too. Tempted by the Blood Token. Put Squee in the grave, maybe? Try to find a Mountain. I guess that's fine. See, it's also getting rid of an artifact for the voltage surge, but I don't know, something's telling me to look before combat here. We also could have like kept it all open too. Swung in, see what they did. Synthesizer. So now, again, we could try to find a mountain off the synthesizer, but what if we see like another like Rundvelt or something? Now I'm just concerned with the synthesizers. All right, let's start with the swing now. We are probably going to play that synthesizer to look for the mountain. There's for discovery. We're getting some damage through here, guys. Well, they could still have a fading health, but still. Nice. All right, let's get the synthesizer down, see what we see. Come on, mountain. Kumano, no, come back, Kumano. Come back. Oh, no. All right, they have 5 mana, guys. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4 instants in the grave. We're at 6. Okay, well, the counter spells are very likely now. They're all very cheap while Jin's on the board. Can't bring back the Squee. Don't have 3 mana for Assault or the Chandra. Either way, we have to pretty much know that whatever we do is getting countered. I'd love the Voltage Surge, ditch the Synthesizer, try to hit the Jin that way. So let's see if they counter the Fuseling. Ah, but they could do it for 1 mana. Alright, yeah, this is the play. We're gonna see if they counter the Fuseling with like a 3 mana. No, they do not. They do not go for the counter. Okay. Full swing might get 2 through. I really don't want to hold back here, guys, but I also don't think the Voltage Surge, giving them an extra turn isn't that great either. Like, there's just like, I don't even know where to start. Here's what happens if we do end up holding back. On their turn, we have Voltage Surge open. Oh, so worth it. So worth holding back. I know the Synthesizer's just going to exile another thing, but it's fine. It's fine. Get that Hottie Jin out of here. Oh no, a mountain. Oh man, that's a little bit funny, but yeah. Okay, the Jin is out of here. They tapped out for the thirst for discovery. Let's see if we can get this last bit of damage through. Terror number 1. Terror number 2. Nope, no terror number 2. Third mountain, and they end up just dropping the concede. Wow. They had to have had a counter spell in hand, right? They're chilling at 6. 3 islands open. They block the Fuseling. 4 damage does get through. But again, they could have countered either of our 3 drops easily. Nice, guys. Hey, taking out Mono Blue feels good. We took out Grixis today. We took out Mono Blue. Now we need revenge against Mono Black, huh? That's what we need. Playing with the new cards feels good, guys. It feels like this set took forever to come out for some reason. I don't know. Am I the only one? Feels like I've been anticipating this set for quite some time. Alright, yeah, I like the hand. I like seeing the 3 mana, but if we end up getting more mountains, we get to keep Crucible. I like it. Might just go right into a turn 1 Kumano. Oh! Put the Synthesizer down, Red Cat. Down. Don't waste that ability again, huh? Okay, a Jadar. Wow. Okay, potential like Esper Legends on the opponent's board there. Rundvelt is terrific, actually. Do I like Fuseling more? No, I like Rundvelt. I like Rundvelt. They're tapped out. They don't have like a Make Disappear open for the turn, so getting the Hordemaster down It makes sense to me. Rafine. They get to buff the Jadar, but if they don't, if they end up keeping whatever's in hand, we have a great block here. I doubt they... Yeah, they're going to buff the Jadar. All right, let's take 5. Rafine's going to be a hard one to get around with this deck, but we can get there, and we can definitely outpace them. Fuseling's good. Etching flips. Crucible, Chandra plus Fuseling, or Synthesizer, see what we see. Fuseling. Okay, I think I like Synthesizer. Let's see what we see, because seeing a 3-drop is, like, not likely. Oh, there we go. Nice. So we saw a mountain. We go Fuseling, Fuseling. Also get a swing here, too. They can't kill anything with the Rafine anyways. So it's not like we want to play I think it's going to be good practice to play Fuseling before combats, though. So I'm going to play these before combat. Although, they might have thought we had a combat trick and not have blocked if we didn't play those. So I guess, well, that's a ward 1 too. We did have 2 mana open. Okay, combat trick. Alright. We probably should have swung first that way. That's usually the case, but I like having the Fuselings down first just in case something dies. Opponent needs to play something terrific here. A Sheoldred would be excellent for them, because we could definitely outpace this. Could double block the Jadar, which isn't terrible. I don't mind the double block here because the Fuseling's going to get a boosted boost. If they end up using removal on a Fuseling, I think that's fine too. Right? Don't remove the... I guess they could remove the Hordemaster. Uh-oh. Yeah, that could be really bad. Okay, good. I haven't been getting punished for my bad plays today. I apologize, guys. I always tell people... First day of a new set, I always need to see the cards in action before I optimize a little bit better. And then, like, I'm seeing it and I'm like, oh yeah, they could do this instead. So it must be like maybe Wandering Emperor, and that's why they couldn't get rid of like the Hordemaster. Mountain's fine. It's fine because we have a lot of great 3-drops to still draw. Like having the mana for the Ambitious Assault and like being able to do something else on the same turn is fine. Have the mana for the Crucible now too. Or just having mana to like find things off the Chandra. Either way, this is a Wandering Emperor board state. Alright, let's get that swing. Let their Emperor hit, and they probably hit Hordemaster, I would assume. Nothing? I'm playing around a ghost, guys. They're down to 9. Must be counter spell, maybe? Attempt the Chandra. Urtai, okay. Well, let's see what we draw here. We could draw a 1-mana card easily. Mountain, okay. Now the mountains aren't good. No more mountains, game. No more, please. Urtai's swinging. No, they're holding back. That might mean we're protected for a turn against like a Wandering Emperor. If they're holding back. Another mountain, get out of here, no! Second Chandra wouldn't be bad. 2 mana available. I think we just find something off the Synthesizer this turn, guys. They have great blocks, and we don't know what's in their hands, so... Fuseling getting a counter. That trample's really good. Yeah, I guess a mountain. Sure. If you're gonna use the Synthesizer, make sure you don't play the mountain first, but yeah. Alright, full swing. Let's do this. Maybe it's an Emperor now? Seat of the Empire. Oh, let's hope we find a goblin here. No, Kumano, come back! Any card other than a mountain. Oh no. Yep, good blocks. Good trade with the Urtai, at least. We still have 2 cards in hand, guys. Oh, did we just get rid of our... Oh no. Hordemaster hit a second Kumano, guys. Oh no. The good news is we didn't need this extra mountain. Like, keeping the other mountain in hand, it doesn't affect us too much. I do apologize for my lousy plays this evening. I'll do better in the next video, I promise. Clever Conductor. Yeah, Thalia. That'll be a good one to have for them. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think they're going to start to run away with this one. I think they're going to start to run away with this one. Yeah. They even got rid of a Shieldred over there. Or is that exiled with the Clever? What is exiled? What is happening? The Urtai and the Thalia is exiled with the Clever Conductor. Another mountain, guys. Wow, that is particularly bad, huh? Let's go ahead and see what we see off the top with Chandra here.
I hope you like your hors d'oeuvres.
Voltage Surge is a little too late, huh? Get rid of Conductor, they get an Urtai and a Thalia to hand. A great block with the Seraph, as well as like lifelink and everything. I guess getting rid of the Conductor now is better than waiting. There's really no great targets here, guys. And we better just play it. Oh, it exiles because of etching. Nice. Oh my goodness, I'm blind today, guys. I apologize. Yeah, that was pretty great then. Now we just have to be concerned about the lifelink that they get every turn. They might not even hit our face. They might just choose to take out the Chandra. Vigilance. Okay, that's actually pretty good too, because they get to keep the blockers back. And they didn't take out the Chandra, which is good news. They still have this to bring back, the Denic. Pious Apparition, so they must be saving whatever's left in their hand here. Okay, this is good. This isn't a mountain. Let's see what we see with the Chandra. It's better than doing the 1 damage and ramping. It's getting rid of another mountain. I mean, that works, I guess. Let's get the Scamp onto the board. You can't help but to laugh a little bit when you ramp out, or when you flood out in a deck like this. We might as well use Crucible. Let's play it all. Let's get it all down. And they're at 9. They have a block there, take 2, no attacks. So I guess the best thing, it was a Rafine's Tower. Huh. That's what they kept open, instead of bringing the Apparition back. Any new cards in here? Is it just legendaries? The usual Esper legendaries? Excuse me, guys. I apologize for clearing my throat so much this morning. Chandra's out of here, man. We still have our Ambitious Assault in the deck, which actually could just win us the game. Depending on what happens here, of course. Alright, they block. Ambitious Assault would get through for 9. Cacophony Scamp. Okay. Okay. Let's go with playing before combat. I don't even think we combat here. I don't think we get through unless we find a way to buff this wide board state. I don't think we're getting through. And at any point they can just get more creatures onto the board too. Yeah, the Pious Apparition is finally hitting this board state, which really makes me wonder what's in their hand right now. They go Vigilance on the Seraph. I actually don't know if I like the Vigilance over the Lifelink. All these turns in a row, if they could have been tapping this down to get Lifelink instead. You guys know what I mean? Kumano, and that's game, right? Yeah, the flyers in the air take us down. Hey, GG opponent. We might as well full swing. No point not to. We should have swung before the Kumano, of course, in case they took more damage, but let's be real, man. They're not going to take more damage than they have to. The Scamps are pretty cool because we can, if they hit, they still get the damage through if they block them too. But yeah, if they take the damage from the Scamps, and then we can sacrifice it after, that would be a lot more damage. Could have taken out the Dennek. It doesn't matter, guys. They still have lethal damage with the Rafine and the Seraph. Yeah, so I guess if keeping the Kumano in hand, if they would have decided to take more damage, I really don't think they would have, but... GG opponent. Well, let's see if we can hop into the next game, shall we? Oh crap, we're 41 minutes in? Oh man. Well, we could get a fast one in, right guys? Let's do it. Let's try. 5-minute game, here we go. I feel like we got a little unlucky there sometimes. Now, that deck would have been an uphill battle regardless. Like, that deck against something like this, yeah, that definitely would have been an uphill battle regardless, but we drew a lot of land. We got way too much land for only having 19 in here, which we might want to talk about going down to 18 land, but I don't think so. I don't think so. You do want to see your second land sometimes. You do want to see your third one for sure sometimes, so. Okie dokies. Yep, let's go. I like it. The question is, when we go turn 1 Scamp, and then turn 2 Hordemaster, and then go for the Synthesizer Demolition another time, I think. Try to make sure we utilize the Synthesizer's ability this time. Learn from the first game, you know? Some Rakdos. Well, it could be like Grixis or something too, but yeah. Chandra number 2. We're seeing a lot of Chandra today. No blue from the opponent, but definitely going to be some burn for the Hordemaster. There's not much we can do about that. We could go Synthesizer, look for land, or another 1-drop, but I still don't think that's what we do. All right, let's get Hordemaster. I'm positive that there's going to be some removal here. It doesn't have to be burn. It could be like a go for the throat, a cut down, pretty much anything. Infernal Grasp, actually. That's like a best case scenario, huh? They get to take extra damage there. Mountain off the top and decline. Something to think about, if you're getting close to like the Chandra -7, the Scamp can help you proliferate to it, so. Graveyard Trespasser coming down 5 turns too early for my liking. I really don't want to waste the Synthesizer ability, but a plus on the Chandra is completely fine to get the Synthesizer down this turn. Now, we shouldn't waste the Synthesizer ability, so what exactly do we want to do here? Just not play anything? I think we just don't play anything. We don't swing into Trespasser because Scamp can't kill it right now. Trespasser is a scary card, man. It's a very difficult one to get around. Helps them gain life, too. Wow, they save it as a blocker. Voltage Surge is a sweet draw there, but the extra discard on the Glutton's brutal. Alright, we're going to start with the Synthesizer. See what we see. Chandra number 3. Okay. Alright, very well, I guess. So I guess we go, oh man, I don't even know. I I guess we can get rid of this Chandra. We can go plus. Go like this, right? We have to get rid of Glutton, right? I think so.
Things up to a simmer.
We can play this Chandra. Not worth it though, right? We could play this plus it. Voltage Surge, discard this Chandra. Not worth it. We're going for this target here. Sacrifice the synthesizer and see what we see. We're gonna discard. I'm gonna keep the second Chandra actually. We're gonna get rid of the Crucible. Nice, Voldaren Epicure is excellent. And I guess we'll wait till after combat here. We could proliferate. I'm gonna decline this time though. I like having the creature on the board a little bit more. Gleeful Demolition. And now we draw Hordemaster next turn. And that'll be the perfect way to wrap up the video. That was a tough turn, guys. There's a lot packed into this deck. I always say it like, I should practice, but also, who has time to practice? We gotta get these videos out there, you know what I mean? Set just released. I gotta go, go, go. No! No! How could you, opponent? How could you? Oh my goodness, guys. It was such a cool... It was such a cool line of play, dude. Oh my goodness. Brotherhood's End absolutely devastating us there. I'm going to keep the extra mountain in hand in case they get another. Oh, man. Absolute devastation from the opponent this game. You know, being able to remove the Rundvelt, we were anticipating that immediately. Trespasser is just a terrible card to try to get around. Alright, let's see what we see off the Chandra. A mountain, huh? Well... The Churning Reservoir not doing too much since you can't activate its bottom ability. You can only activate it if an oil counter was removed from a permanent you controlled this turn, or a permanent with an oil counter on it was put into the graveyard, so it's not doing too much except just sitting there and looking pretty. They swing at the Chandra, keeping it low. They ditch a burn down the house. This is not the Rakdos I was expecting, but honestly, it looks pretty good, huh? Looks pretty solid. Switches back to daytime at least. See what we see off the Chandra. Mountain, sure, get out of here, right? Get it out of here. Could always play Chandra number 2. But I think we're dead, guys. I don't know if we're getting through this one. Gonna be a little bit of a longer video, perhaps. Yeah, if we played Chandra number 2, yeah, we knew they were gonna try to take it out this turn, so having it for next turn's much better. Maybe we do gotta talk about going down to 18 land. Liliana has us discard. We'll ditch a mountain, I'd say. I'd say we don't need it. Kumano's second chapter, not going to do too much here. Another mountain off the top. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we see off the Chandra, guys. Oh, man. Hey, we got something we can play, and it gets a counter. Okay. So they just immediately -2 the Liliana, but we're dead. Like we're like super dead. It's not like we don't do this anyways. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? Keep it in hand? They just continue to plus the Liliana. We get rid of the extra mountain again, and then they swing for 9 extra damage on the Trespasser. So yeah, we're in a very sticky situation regardless. So we might as well play Fuseling. Let them get rid of it with the Liliana. And then I think they should definitely just full swing face here. They have 9 on the board and then another extra damage off the Trespasser. Now they're gonna go for the Chandra. I guess they can definitely play the long game here. We'll let them play it out. We know that it's theirs, but I like seeing what's on top of the deck. Excuse me, guys. Again, apologies for clearing my throat so much today. Back to nighttime. Epicure's gonna hit this board. Get to take out the Liliana with the etching. Potentially, they might have spot removal in hand. Liliana is out of here. We have a blocker for the Glutton, and 6 could go through. We might actually still be in this a little bit. Oh, no. They're going to be able to do 2 damage with the Glutton. That's right. That's right. They can hit their own creatures too, but... do they have their own creatures in here? Yeah, they have a Trespasser, so it's going to be 7 damage regardless. Yeah, GG opponent. Oh, a Proving Ground. It might have been Jund? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, GG. The Reservoir. See, this is a good example of why the Experimental Synthesizer is a little bit better in a deck like this. Let's go over the deck one more time, guys. I cannot believe a couple floods today, huh? Maybe it just feels like we're flooding instead of just like seeing a normal amount of mana, because, you know, we don't need that much mana. 19 land, maybe go down to 18, maybe, I don't know, more testing's required. Speaking of more testing required, just like in general for goblins, it's sweet that we get to play some goblins again, thanks to Gleeful Demolition trying to go wide with the Hordemaster suite. We had a really cool play in that last game where we just stocked up our board state and it was awesome, and then the Brotherhood's End just completely took us out of that game. In one foul swoop, huh? So what would I do? What would I add or take out? An extra Ambitious Assault would be cool. I would drop a Chandra. This card was like forced into our hand for some reason. We saw it way too much. Going down to 2 of these would be fine. Don't get me wrong though. This is a very powerful card that works wonders with all of our 1-drop cards. But I think 2 would be fine. I think an extra Ambitious Assault might be necessary. There were moments in a lot of those games where we were just like, hey, we could see Ambitious Assault off the top and just win here, right? So, yeah, I think going up an extra one of these would be fine. I think it's pretty easy to get modified creatures in here between the Fuseling and the Kumano, so yeah, that's worth it. And of course, the Churning Reservoir as well. The Cacophony Scamp is really good. This card is just really good in general. I don't think it needs to be in a Goblin build by any means. I think that bottom ability is just good enough to have elsewhere as well. So Epicure was good. Doesn't fit the theme outside of like the artifact, but that blood token is going to be very, very important for the demolition. So I wouldn't drop the Epicures at all. Might want some more removal potentially. We didn't get to see Gilded Pinions either, so that kind of sucks. But again, I apologize for not playing a lot of these out optimally, but I still hope you had fun today regardless, and this was a fun deck overall as well. Protection for Hordemaster? It's too bad red doesn't have protection spells, huh? But yeah, keeping this on the board is going to be very difficult, and then seeing like 2 of these is apparently going to be even more difficult, because like you always see like the soldier decks and they get their multiple of their veterans down so easily. Apparently that's going to be a little bit harder for Hordemaster, or we're going to see it in like 1 out of every 20 games or something. I don't know. Either way, yeah, Hordemaster's so ridiculously important for a build like this, and you got to see it, then you got to keep it on the board. I might go up to 3 Squees too. You know what? Maybe the 3rd Squee would be better than the 2nd Ambitious Assault, or if you go up 3 Squees, drop to 2 Chandras, go up to 2 Ambitious Assaults. Yeah, I don't know if we want to drop down to 18 land then. That's still a lot of 3 drops. I don't know. I don't know. We have a little bit of ramp on the Gilded Pinions too, technically, with the treasure token, right? I like the fact that we could get like those extra artifacts with this too. I really don't want to drop the Pinions without testing it, because giving flying to something that's pretty important too. Like you could give flying to a Fuseling, that way the opponent has a harder time blocking it, and we saw how Fuseling gets a pretty good power in those games. So I like the Goro-Goro too. Yeah, hey, guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions for real. I super duper appreciate you. Um, don't forget, because I always forget, we do have that sub goal set for 2023. It's set all the way up at 5,000, but I believe in you guys. We got all year to reach it too. So if you want to help us reach that goal, then please consider subscribing because it's much appreciated, right? All right, guys. Hey, I will see you in the next video.